These aren't movie props. These aren't tools you have to dig out of some dark corner of the internet. These are ordinary products sitting on Amazon right now with glowing reviews and free 2-day shipping. And some of them can put you in a federal prison cell. Most people scroll right past them, completely unaware of what they're actually built to do. This is real, it's legal to buy, and the FCC is investigating Amazon over some of it as we speak. We dug through hundreds of listings to find the products wearing the most innocent disguise on the entire platform. Quick note, before we start, this is a consumer awareness video. It exists so you can protect yourself, not break the law. USB Rubber Ducky. It looks exactly like a cheap thumb drive you'd find in any desk drawer. It's not. The moment it's plugged in, it tells the computer it's a keyboard, and computers are hardwired to trust keyboards. Then it types out commands at up to 1,000 words per minute, installing malware or creating a backdoor admin account. The entire attack can finish in under 10 seconds. Antivirus doesn't even flag it, because technically nothing was ever a file. Security researchers use these for legitimate penetration testing. In the wrong hands, it's a Computer Fraud and Abuse Act violation carrying up to 10 years. And the next one doesn't hack your computer. It hunts you. Magnetic GPS Tracker. A small black box with a magnet on the back, marketed for fleet management and teen drivers. For about $30, anyone can stick one under your bumper and watch every move you make. Here's the disturbing part. Burglars use them to learn exactly when you leave home. Stalkers use them for something worse. According to 2023 FBI data, 70% of stalking victims are women tracked by a partner, and roughly 1 in 10 people have experienced tech-enabled stalking. At least 26 states plus DC have laws against unauthorized tracking, and if the device transmits across state lines, it becomes a federal crime. If you ever find one, don't rip it off. That destroys the evidence. USB wall charger with a hidden camera. It charges your phone perfectly. That's exactly why the reviews are glowing. But it's also recording the room. These show up in hotel bathrooms, bedrooms, and changing areas where recording is a crime in all 50 states. Former FBI agents recommend a full sweep of any room you stay in: chargers, smoke detectors, anything that doesn't sit right. But a charger at least has to sit out in plain view. This next one watches you while you sleep. Alarm clock camera. It tells the time, it sits on a nightstand, and it films in 4K with night vision and motion detection. Listed as a nanny cam, it's perfect cover for long-duration bedroom surveillance. The giveaway is a faint glare off the lens, or a tiny red or purple LED glowing in the dark. Smoke detector camera. Mounted on the ceiling, it gives a perfect bird's eye view of an entire room. This is where most people get it wrong. They trust anything that looks like safety equipment. Landlords have been criminally charged for hiding these in rental units, and tenants have won. But at least a smoke detector stays on the ceiling. The next one sits right on your desk. Picture frame camera. It holds a real photo and blends into any shelf. Placed in a living room, it becomes long-term domestic surveillance, monitoring a partner or family member without consent, a direct violation of two-party recording laws. Camera glasses. They look like ordinary reading glasses, but they record first-person video of everything you look at. You'd expect the footage to be shaky and useless. It's not. That makes them ideal for filming inside locker rooms, exam rooms, and other protected spaces, a clear criminal privacy violation. The trail camera. Built rugged for wildlife and hunting, it runs for weeks completely on its own. Point it at a neighbor's property or a public path, and it becomes covert outdoor surveillance. Poachers even use them to track when wildlife officers patrol. That covers the cameras. Now let's talk about the tools that steal what you type. The hardware keystroke logger. It's a tiny dongle that plugs in between a keyboard and a computer, and once it's there, it's invisible. It silently records thousands of keystrokes, passwords, messages, banking logins, stored inside until someone retrieves it later. Sold as a parental tool, it's used for corporate espionage and spying on partners. Installing one without consent violates the Electronic Communications Privacy Act. And the next one doesn't need to touch your keyboard at all. The long-range Wi-Fi adapter. It looks like a simple range booster. But paired with free software, it enters monitor mode and captures every wireless signal in the area. That means cracking Wi-Fi passwords and intercepting unencrypted data off a network you were never authorized to touch. The exact same hardware sits in the kit of every certified security professional. Flipper Zero. It looks like a child's toy, a little handheld with a cartoon dolphin, basically a Tamagotchi. Now, this is where things get serious. This thing can clone hotel key cards, office badges, and apartment fobs and talk to garage doors and gates. It got so notorious that Amazon pulled it in April 2023, calling it a card skimming device, and Brazil banned it outright. Over 1 million units have shipped worldwide. One myth, though: it can't crack modern rolling code cars. The badge cloning is the real threat. Rfid card reader. Marketed as a smart card tester, it can copy an access badge from a few feet away. Here's the crazy part. Someone can stand next to you in an elevator and clone the badge in your pocket. And forget the credit card skimming panic. That's basically a myth, because payment cards use one-time encrypted tokens. The real target is the dumb, static code in your office or hotel key. Speaking of cloned signals, the next few steal entire cars. Signal Relay Kit. Sold as harmless signal boosters, it's 2 little boxes that steal cars without touching a single lock. One box near your front door grabs the faint signal from your key fob sitting inside. The second box near the car relays it, and the car unlocks like the key is right there. A German auto club tested over 800 vehicles. 85% were vulnerable. The whole theft takes under 60 seconds. Roll jam device. This one's even more devious. It blocks your car from hearing the unlock signal while secretly recording it. Your remote seems to glitch. You press again, the car opens, but the thief now has a stored, unused code to walk up and open it later. You never knew anything happened. And the next one needs no signal at all, just a port under your steering wheel. Obd-Ii Key Programmer. A legitimate diagnostic tool for mechanics and a car thief's dream. Reach through a window, plug it into the port under the wheel, and reprogram a blank fob to match the car. A single ring using these stole over 100 vehicles across DC, Maryland, and Pennsylvania. Plug in to driving away in under a minute. Slim Jim, a thin flat strip of metal sold as a professional lockout tool. You'd think locksmiths and roadside assistants are the only buyers. They're not. Slide it between the door and the window seal, catch the lock linkage, and you're inside a car in seconds. But why steal a car you can't track when you can just blind the trackers entirely? G-Piece Jammer. It plugs into a cigarette lighter and is sold to dodge employer tracking. What it actually does is make a stolen car invisible. And some versions go further, spoofing fake locations so your car appears parked in another city entirely. It's completely illegal for any private citizen to operate. And this is the one that should genuinely scare you, the Wi-Fi and cell signal jammer. Burglars use it to knock out every wireless camera and alarm in a house before breaking in. But here's the part nobody mentions. A jammer doesn't just kill your phone. It blocks 911 for everyone in range. Your neighbor can't call an ambulance. It's been 100% illegal under the Communications Act since 1934. One company was hit with a $35 million fine. And US. Seizures have jumped 830% since 2021. The FCC is investigating Amazon over these right now. Lockpick set. Sold as a lock sport hobby kit for a community that treats it like chess with pins. Amazon's own policy actually prohibits these, and the Postal Service won't even ship them. And in Ohio, Nevada, Virginia, and Mississippi, just owning one can be treated as evidence of criminal intent. But picking takes skill. The next one takes a single tap. Bump key set. These look identical to ordinary house keys. Insert one, strike it sharply with slight pressure, and every pin jumps to the shear line for a split second, opening most standard locks. And here's the crazy part. It leaves no damage at all. No broken frame, no scratched lock, which makes it a favorite for insurance fraud and staged break-ins. Magnetic security tag remover, a little puck listed innocently as a clothing tag tool. The strong ones hit 25,000 Gauss, enough to pop ink tags off without releasing the dye silently inside a fitting room. TikTok is flooded with tutorials calling it a shopping hack. Owning the magnet is legal. Using it on unpaid merchandise is just plain theft now. We move from what you steal to what you secretly hear. Voice recorder pen. It writes like a normal pen and records every word around it. In roughly 11 all-party consent states, California, Florida, Illinois, Washington, and more, secretly recording with this isn't a civil dispute. It's a criminal offense, and distance doesn't make it any safer. Parabolic Microphone. Sold for birdwatching and sideline sports audio, this dish can pull a conversation out of the air from over 100 feet away. You'd expect that kind of distance to make it legal. It doesn't. The test is whether the person had a reasonable expectation of privacy, and a backyard conversation absolutely does. Thermal camera, marketed for finding hot pipes and energy leaks. But it reads body heat through thin walls and total darkness, which is why some burglars use it to check if a home is occupied. The Supreme Court ruled all the way back in 2001 that even police can't aim one at your house without a warrant. The night vision monocular. Sold for camping and wildlife viewing, it turns total darkness into daylight. That makes it a tool for illegal night poaching and for watching people from a distance who have no idea they're being seen. And the next one reaches all the way into the sky. The high-powered laser pointer. Many sold on Amazon exceed safe limits while being labeled as harmless presentation tools. Now, this is where things get serious. Point 1. At an aircraft, and it's a federal crime, up to 5 years in prison. The FAA logs thousands of laser strikes on planes every single year. The auto dialer box. A small network device sold as call center equipment. It blasts millions of robocalls with spoofed caller-id, the engine behind her scams, fake warranty calls, and Medicare fraud aimed at seniors. The FTC actively hunts the people running these. RF Bug Detector. For about $30, it's marketed to find hidden cameras in your Airbnb, which is a genuinely good use. But flip it around. Criminals use the exact same scanner to sweep their own operations for police surveillance, and people under active investigation use them to spot undercover equipment. The same tool that protects you can obstruct justice. Solvent Trap Kit. It's sold as a gun cleaning accessory, a simple tube that catches solvent, packaged with a threaded barrel adapter. But here's the truth they wink at with that for cleaning only label. These kits are machined to the exact dimensions of a firearm suppressor, threaded to fit common barrels. Drill one hole and you've manufactured an illegal, unregistered silencer. That's not a fine. That's up to 10 years in federal prison and a $250,000 penalty under the National Firearms Act. So, there it is, 30 ordinary products wearing the most innocent disguise on the entire platform. A thumb drive, a magnet, a phone charger, a cleaning tube. Every one of them legal to buy, and every one of them just one bad decision away from a felony charge. And here's the unsettling part. This list barely scratches the surface of what's quietly listed under harmless names right now. The deeper you dig into those third-party sellers, the stranger and more restricted it gets. Knowing this is how you protect yourself, because the most dangerous products of all are the ones that look like absolutely nothing at all.